about, I'd say, the end of last year, I really started researching Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies from just a pure investment standpoint. Looking at it, obviously, when you see people of this caliber, you know, John McAfee thinks in 3 years it's going to be worth $500,000. I think other people like Bill Gates now documented that even up to a year ago, he had already put in over $500 million, over $500 million into the infrastructure of not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum, which is the other gold standard cryptocurrency in the world. Sir Richard Branson, I mean, he holds blockchain and Bitcoin big festivals and meetings on his island now for the last 2 or 3 years. He's a major investor in Coinbase. He's a major investor in BitPay, which is the top American Visa debit card attached to Bitcoin. But when you have these kind of people coming behind Bitcoin and coming behind Ethereum and cryptocurrency in general, and simply just saying that there's no stopping it. This is here. It's not going away. It's the future, and it's only going to get bigger. I really don't know what else has to be said. I mean, this isn't really a debate anymore of whether or not this is the future. And I would just say that I think Mr. Gates, and let's just say Mr. Branson, I think they may have enough smart people around them that might have a clue of what's going on in the world, and especially what's going to be going on in the future and where things are heading, that if they're putting that kind of money into it, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and they have been for years now, you know, it's good enough for me. Okay, so next slide. So what happened, guys, when I purchased the Bitcoin back in March, these 3 countries came out with an announcement. They basically said that our countries now are recognizing Bitcoin as an accepted form of currency, and that all banks must now recognize it, and that all merchants now must accept it. And once that happened, that's when the rocket ship began. That's when the explosion and all the press started happening. The whole buzz of this whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency thing really started at that point in time, to the point where we're at today. Okay, so how do people generate revenue inside the cryptocurrency world? There's really only 2 ways. They're either mining it or they're trading it. That's it. And guys, that's exactly what we do here with USI Tech. USI Tech does both. When you actually get started with USI Tech and you get your packs, you're actually starting a 140-day where they provide back 40% net profit return, and you'll see that here in a little bit, contract with you, okay? And it's a mining contract. But they not only mine with our Bitcoins, okay, they also trade with our Bitcoins. They do both. They use our Forex converted robotic software to trade that way. They have live traders that trade, and again, they also mine with it. But they bring all of that back to us, okay, and give us a return on our capital with the Bitcoin that we put here with the system. Okay, I got started with USI Tech back in early July. I put a little over a Bitcoin in, and I basically watched it for about 20, 30 days before I even mentioned it to really anybody. And then I heard that they were going to be having an event in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on August 26th, where the owners were going to be there. And I said, okay, you know what? By that time, this is kind of the end of July, I'd become pretty enamored because I'd watched the program work. I'd studied the numbers. I was like, this really works. This is amazing. Holy cow. I can take this to people. And I saw these guys, and I said, okay, I want to go see the owners. So the first owner that really is the guy that is the brains behind the entire company is Horst right there. As you'll see on the screen right there, his history is he took 2 companies public. But he took 2 companies public. By the time he took them public, they had already become multi-billion-dollar companies. So what I really liked about all of these 4 owners, number one, is they all independently wealthy. None of them need, and they don't take a dime from this company. Not one dime do they all take. The whole play here for all of them is to take this company public. That's it. That is the play here, and I'll share a little bit more about that with you in a little bit. USI, they were in 60 countries. They're now in over 70 countries. By that time, August 26th, they had created 12 millionaires. They have now created 16 millionaires. At that time, they had sold $320 million worth of BTC packages. Okay. The BTC packages didn't even come about, didn't even get introduced by USI Tech until March 1st. A little under 6 months, they generated $320 million worth of revenue. How much does a pack cost? $60. Guys, now they are in excess of over $500 million in BTC packages. And by the end of the year, they are predicted to be close to, especially once the Visa and MasterCards hit the beginning of November in our back offices, which will speed this thing up dramatically, okay? They're predicted to hit close to $1 billion worth of BTC packages. And in 2019, what Horst has said is that is when they plan to take USI Tech public, okay? That's the plan of how this is going to happen.
Let's just cut to the chase. This is a real, legitimate company. They're really trading. They're really making money. They're really legal. And they're really licensed, okay? They're based in Dubai. They've been going almost 10 years. They have real products. The owners are very transparent, which you'll see in a second. Should you want to not do anything but just put your money in and forget about it, that's pretty exciting, even that part. They pay out an average of 1% a day, 5 days a week, and they pay twice a day. And you can withdraw anytime you want. It's not one of those deals where they say, you know, if you hang around for 90 days, you can take out 10%, and you're going to be a zillionaire. Folks, we've all seen those. We've all been involved with some of those. This is not like that. This is the real deal. There's an option in there to rebuy or compound your earnings, and the profits earned from the Forex and the cryptocurrency trading and mining are real. They're real. We have real proof. You make 10% commission from everyone you sponsor, also on their rebuys. And we have, I'd say, better than excellent team support for our group, including Facebook, Skype. There's no monthly auto ship. There's no fees, period. I would rather go around, do meetings, ride my motorcycle, and go fly fishing. I don't want to trade myself because these guys are experts at it and they know what they're doing, and I just see my money grow. That's just me. Some people want to do both. So Bitcoin mining and trading are very lucrative, very, very lucrative. And currently we have 2 products. It's very simple. The Bitcoin packages that I mentioned. This is the premier product, and we have the Forex software. We have very, very transparent leadership. You know, you've heard of companies. There's been several, scam companies in the past few months that are involving Bitcoin, and they're trying to rally around people's greed and, Bitcoin, and they're playing it up like you're going to get rich and you're going to triple your Bitcoin in 80 days and blah, blah, blah. And you can't find who the owners are. You can't find the name of the company or the phone number or the address. Folks, run. Those are scams, okay? But people are so, what's a good word, gullible. They don't do any due diligence. This is a different kind of a deal. This is a real company, very transparent leadership. They don't choose to remain anonymous and so forth. So these are the 4 owners. You can check them out yourself. I did it with a private detective, and but I still had to know. I said, if I'm going to go and do what I know I can do and put the kind of effort in that I'm about to, I have to know for sure. So I checked out everybody, and they're A+. You can do it yourself. Have you ever heard any of these? Oh, that can't be real. It's got to be a scam. There's guys, on the internet that are, USI Tech's a scam and this and that and all. It's never going to end, okay? So if you've heard of all those things and you have those objections, you might want to show them this, okay? This was announced recently, but USI Tech is 100% compliant with all FTC, SEC, and U.S. laws and all the companies and all the governing bodies. And we have Google Docs with the legal language from the #1 SEC attorney firm in the United States, Hart David Carson LLP, and this is all available for you, saying that basically they've checked this out. They're completely compliant in the United States, and they're I've never seen a company do that. I've never had a company have an attorney firm actually put that in writing. That's a pretty big deal. So US Tech has followed the legal advice of their attorneys, and also you might think about it, scam companies don't have Google and Apple mobile apps where their attorneys check them out big time first. Okay, it usually stops right there. Scam companies don't have public opinion letters from the top SEC firm in the United States, and they don't have owners who run around and do public meetings all over the United States, right? So common sense needs to prevail. And news from the East Coast launch that I got out of it is, have you ever been able to say in any project you've ever worked on, every single affiliate makes money every day? No, I've never been able to say that, Gary. In fact, I've been able to say 95% of everybody don't make any money because the auto ship is more than they make and they drop off. Ever heard that one? And not one person has ever lost a dime, including the Forex. And a person with USI Tech can join for no money, folks. They can join for free. So there's definitely a new sheriff in town, folks, and it's called, the name of the company is USI Tech. So you don't want to miss this one because this is the real deal. So the game changer really is this, the Bitcoin packages. Now, you can buy a package, a Bitcoin package from the company. You have to pay for it with Bitcoin, okay? And it's about $60. It depends on the price of the euro. They're sold in euros. But you can also buy it, whatever the equivalent Bitcoin is. But for $60, you're in the deal. You got a pack, and now they're trading it and mining it for you, making you money. It's purchased in Bitcoin. The BTC pack runs for 140 market days. Market days means Monday through Friday, and they're going to pay you an average of 1% a day, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But okay. So here's some examples, but there's a really cool financial calculator in your back office. And here's two simple examples. Now, remember I told you if you put money and just let it sit in 140 days, you're going to make about 40%. When I talk to people initially that I'm not sure can catch all the math, I just say it like this. I say, listen, with this company, based on what they've done, there's never a guarantee, okay? If you see a guarantee, it's a scam, okay? Okay. So if you see this disclaimer, it means there's a good chance the company's legal because they have to do that, okay? So back to the story though, if you put in money, in about 5.5 months, you're going to make 40% on your money. And that's it. So if you put in 1,000, you're going to turn into 1,400. If you put in 10,000, it's be 14,000 and so forth. But there's a calculator in your back office that lets you compound with the earnings that you're making off your packs to buy you more packs automatically. It's just as if they paid you the money and you put it right back in and bought more packs. They'll just do it for you automatically. It's called rebuying, okay? So let's see here. Let's say a person started with 100 packs, and the rebuy working days, there's about 260 days in a year that they trade. That's not including holidays and weekends. Okay, so at the time this slide was made, to buy 100 packs, it costs about 1.29 Bitcoin. That's roughly $6,200. I keep looking at my phone to see what Bitcoin's going for, but that's roughly that much money. At the end of those trading days, with you doing nothing, those 100 packs are going to turn into 597 packs. So 597 packs is better than 100 packs. Pretty simple. But what if Bitcoin went up? When you bought the packs, they were, let's just call it $4,000. What if they're $10,000? And look how many more of them you have. Now try to sleep, everybody. Are you getting the drift? Okay. Even if the Bitcoin didn't go up, instead of 100 packs worth of Bitcoin, you've got almost 600 packs worth of Bitcoin at the same value of the Bitcoin. It's crazy. So you basically earn 6.06 in Bitcoin. Here's another example. So look at this. The Bitcoin value when you purchase, this is based on about 3,700, I think, something like that. 1,000 packs, right? 37 grand. If Bitcoin did not go up, do the math. So it's absolutely insane because now you've got, instead of 12.9 Bitcoin when you bought them, over 61 Bitcoin. So even if Bitcoin doesn't go up, you just made a fortune. See how that works? Pretty crazy. So we call it stockpiling and compounding your Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people are getting Bitcoin, but they just don't know that there's a company that will grow it for them, so they have more of them. It's really as simple as that. I hope you're catching this, folks. This is the most unbelievable company, comp plan, and program that I have ever seen. Average people are making extraordinary money. So it's real simple. How do you get started with us? Step 1, sign up for USI Tech, get with your sponsor. Step 2, buy some packages, real simple. Step 3, join the Facebook community. And I mean, there's not a lot to it. If that wasn't enough, the company's got more. It's just crazy. Once you reach 2,000 Bitcoin packages, they give you a bonus of 800. It's about 950 or 850 US dollars. They just put it in your account on the first of every month. It's a car allowance, but it's really just a bonus. They say, if you're that serious, we're going to give you a bonus. They're making way more than they're paying out. I've seen it. So they can afford to do some of this stuff, right? If you get to 5,000, they double it. About $1,700 a month they put in your account just by having those packs. So yes, we've had people see that and they go, I'm just going to buy 5,000 packs right now. I go, probably pretty smart if you have the money. So have a great night, everybody. I really appreciate you getting on, and we will talk to you very soon in the near future, and we will see you in some city, hopefully Seattle. It'll change your life, I promise. Take care, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.